YouTube, what's going on? Eisender's Tactical back another video. Hey man, once again, if you'd like to support the channel and buy a patch, I'd be greatly appreciated. My email's in my title description. Hit me up, I'll mail it right out to you. Appreciate everybody who has already supported me in buying a patch. One love. Yeah man, I'm just back with a video. This one is like, what if you don't own a gun? You know, what if you don't own a firearm and you want to defend yourself? You want to protect your home, but you don't have a firearm, things of that nature. What could you do? Man, there's a lot of things you can do. Before I get started, man, YouTube, I'm in a safe control environment. All the firearms you can see been safety checked. Everything's clear, no children around, safe control environment by myself. Clicked 18 over for the content. This video did upload, so everything went well. But yeah, man, if you don't got a firearm, it's all good, man. You know, there's a lot of things you can do. You can be, first of all, you can be physically in shape. You can take martial arts up, taekwondo, judo, karate, things of that nature, hand-to-hand combat. You can know how to do all those kind of things that can help you. Now, if they come through the door with a firearm, I don't know how that's going to help you. But yeah, if you don't have one, you should try to get you one. But if not, a couple things you can have around. Let me tell you a little story about something I got here. So I got this sword right here. Now, that's going to be a long video. So this sword, if someone follow my channel, they know about this a little bit. People that follow my channel deep. But this sword right here was given to a good friend of mine, my neighbor. His name was Chico, and I lived in Rio Vista, California. He was ex-Army, and he was stationed in Japan out there when he was a younger soldier. And he basically came back with about 3 of these he had. So to make the story how this came about, I was sitting back one day cutting the grass, and I got done. Chico said, "Hey, Mark, let me show you something." And at this time, I've been knowing him for like about a year. But I didn't know that he was like, I knew he was military because he always wore his beret and all that kind of stuff, and all his military veteran hat and stuff like that. But I didn't know he had a whole shit ton of guns. And so I went in his house and he had all these guns and stuff, man, all kind of shit that, you know, you can't even have really in the state of California. But Chico didn't care. He had it. And we were talking and hanging out, showing me all his guns. I was like, cool, right on, that's nice. And you can see the detail on this thing. This is from Okinawa, Japan. And all that stuff is hand put on there, hand wrapped, everything. This painting on here, all that's right. That's all by hand. You can't buy this in no store. You probably can, but I mean, not this one. But so anyway, he had these swords on the wall. So there was one this size, and then there was one that was shorter than this. So it's one about this long, and it was this long, and there was another one was that long. And he had them on the wall, like on a mantle, so to speak, like that. You know, he had them up there, and he said, "Hey man, grab me." He said, "Which one you want?" I said, "What? What you mean, which one you want?" He said, "Look at those swords." He said, "You want one of those?" I said, "Yeah, I guess. Why?" He said, "No, I like you. I like you're a good man, and the way you take care of your family, and you know, you said you should have you one of these in your home." I was like, "Okay." So I chose this one right here, and this is the length I chose, and he gave it to me. Now this thing, I ain't gonna touch it too much. This thing is super sharp. Yeah, I ain't about to show you how sharp this is, but you can see it's really well made. It's kind of dirty, but yeah, it's well crafted. Very nice sword. He gave me this many years ago, back in I think 2000, when my youngest kid was born, 2006, I think. You know, I had it ever since then. So it had me thinking, like, could you defend yourself with something like this? And yes, you could. But again, these are proximity weapons. Like, so you would have to get close. You know, you can't throw it at them. So you would have to get close to the individual. Now, you could be stealth, like be behind a wall or something like that. And when you see the goon come in, and then just whack right at the gut area, or right inside of their chest, and yeah, they'll go down. So you would have to get close. And that's where you would have to train hand-to-hand combat and get very comfortable with being up close. And the one thing about swords and knives and things of that nature, I think the reason why the average person don't like to really use these, because these are gory. You're gonna be slicing soft tissue, like hacking it, and just blood's gonna be everywhere. It's messy, and you got to face that. And so that's why I think people don't like knives and swords, because if you got a firearm, you can be at a distance and just pop, 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 and you don't really see a lot of blood and guts. You just, the person just goes down, and you hit the person or hit the criminal. But yeah, you have to train with this and train to get close, getting close to an individual. You'd have to do all that and then prepare yourself mentally for all the bloodbath that's going to come behind using something like this in a self-defense situation. But don't underestimate the power of a sword and the lethality of what this can do in a stressful situation, in a self-defense situation. So I just want to bring that up, man. Beautiful piece of artwork right here. I keep this in my safe like a firearm because I don't want this to get taken and anything like that. This is really, really nice. And in the wrong hands, this could do a lot of damage. Like if you don't see, people always worry about bullets and stuff. And that's one thing that we learned from the French Quarter Massacre. Rest in peace to all people that lost their lives and the victims. There's still people in the hospital, believe it or not. What we found out was that, a vehicle could be very damaging. Now, he probably would have, if he would have just opened fire, he probably could have took out a lot of people too. But he showed us that what a car can do, what a big heavy EV car can do in the wrong hands of an evil person. And that was very scary, man. He took out a lot of people really quick. Not to mention he got to 70 miles per hour on that street. So, you hit somebody like going 70, their body's going to go flying. So we got to take a look at these swords sometimes. This is a viable option. You don't need no permit, nothing like that. You don't have to worry about that. Home defense situation. You don't have to worry about getting, this, that, and the other. It's a sword, so you ain't got to worry about that. Could you carry something like this around with you? I guess you probably could. I don't know. If you had a bunch of clothes on, a jacket, if it's wintertime, sure. And you pull this thing out, get away from me. I mean, even at close quarters, you pull this out, somebody's not going to really run up on you unless they got a firearm, because they'll probably look at you with this and then they'll go like, man, what you going to do with that? I got this. So yeah, you'll be outgunned if someone had this and you had this, but they still wouldn't want to get close to you if their goal wasn't to delete you. They probably still wouldn't get close to you. So these could be very, very lethal, but you would have to do a lot of training though. So once again, even with swords and knives, you still got to train. Now, another option, if you don't have a firearm, and by the way, don't be using your pets, your dogs, because they shooting dogs. I don't know about all over the country, but I know in Texas and California, we're hearing reports, Arizona, the goons are shooting dogs. So if you care about your dog, see, there's a difference. A dog and a pet is two different things, in my personal opinion. Pets are when people actually have animals and they treat them damn near like humans and all that kind of stuff. And they spend a lot of time indoors, all on the couch, on the bed, laying around, eating real good and fat. And that's a pet. Now dogs are like, when I was in Wyoming, them boys got working dogs. And in Chicago, a lot of people got dogs. They stay in the backyard, on the porch, or something like that. They're not really necessarily pets. They're dogs. They're there for a defense mechanism. Let their owners know that they got an intruder and things of that nature. So, and it sounds cruel, whatever. Peter might get all up over me, but I truly believe it's a difference. Can you have a working dog and love it like a family member? Sure, but what they are there for is to work. So, or if you have a dog for security purposes, that's why people got pit bulls and Rottweilers and German Shepherds and Doberman Pinschers and all those kind of dogs. Those dogs are related, in my brain, I'm speaking for me, when I think of those breeds of dogs, I'm thinking defense, security, okay? But when you see a Yorkie or a Poodle or a Collie, a Border Collie and all that, those are pets. So those people, they'll be distraught and upset and sad and very miserable if their dog got deleted in a home invasion. Whereas a person that has a dog and they don't really let them in the house, they know their role, they know their areas and what they're gonna still be sad they lost their animal, but again, it's an animal, so if the dog gets deleted and the owner and his family lives, that dog, they sacrifice his life for their owner, and that dog's gonna be a hero to that family, but it's still not a pet. That's just my own thing. Now, another option could be I picked this up. This is a machete. Now these are tried and true. You know, they go all the way back to the Vietnam War and just all kind of bushcrafting and outbacking, and you know, riggers all had them. Fishermen, hunters carry them around with them because you got to bushwhack your way through some woods and stuff like that. You got to have you some kind like this. This is not really a high-end machete. This is something I just picked up at Academy by Gerber, but it's gonna do the job. It got the serrated edges in case you got to like saw some branches or something like that, or you know, cut something. And you got this sharp ass edge right here. Got all that packing grease on it, but this could probably be sharpened up a little bit. You got a little hook in case you want to hang it on something when you're in your cabin or whatever. Got your lanyard right here, you know what I'm saying, and a nice little sturdy polymer handle. Keep your hand back from the blade. So this could be a viable option too. You know, somebody coming in your house, just get in a little tactical position, get ready, whack, you know, just whack, 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 you know, like, you know. So this is gonna be bloody and messy too. And if they don't have a firearm, they see you wielding this thing around, they gonna definitely get up out of there. One thing about crooks, criminals, they don't want to get cut and they don't want to get shot. So this is another viable option, especially if you're going camping in the woods or you're on a road trip or something like that. Stick this in your car, have it ready to go by the car in case you got to jump out. You know, again, if someone has this and you got this, you're outgunned. So remember, that's why these are important. So you got to have both. But again, if you don't have a gun, these are just some things that you could have that can probably help you in a stressful situation, a home invasion, or on a road trip, or getting out of the car at a gas station, and you know, you run back to your car and whoa, bring this out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You still got to train with this also. Everything has to be trained with. You just can't buy shit and just think it's gonna work under a stressful situation if you don't train with it. So yeah, machete's a good one. Get you a nice little sheath like this, and yeah, keep that thing nice and safe. Can't nothing get out there and cut you, poke you. Got some rivets on here, so this would be a good option, man. So I just want to bring that up, man. Like, what y'all think about swords, machetes, and things of that nature? Do they have a role in home defense, road trips, self-defense? Truckers, do you guys, any truckers out there? Y'all got a machete in y'all truck? Y'all got a sword in your truck? Do you guys carry stuff like this as a little backup plan? Because these can be lethal. They are lethal, and you just got to train with them. Don't underestimate the power of a sword or a machete. Yeah, they can get the job done, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video, man. What y'all think about knives and swords, machetes for you know, home defense, training with these things. At the very least, if someone was just trying to come up on you in your house and they didn't have a firearm, and you, like I said, you pull this thing out, yeah, they're gonna stop right where they at, right in their tracks. Same with this, they're gonna back up real quick. You pull this thing out, oh man, this thing will slice and dice you up, man. Don't even think about it, boy. Boy, let me tell you, you ain't gonna feel good. This gonna give you a nice close shave. You're gonna be nice and trimmed up with this right here. So yeah, man, tell me what you guys think about that, man. My boy Chico, I hope he's still alive, man. I got a funny feeling he ain't with us no more, because he was hella old when I was there. I'm gonna try to find out what's up with Chico, man. See what's up, if I can get an old neighbor to go by. Let me just get an update, man. But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe, man. Sword, machete. Let me know what y'all think about that. What's y'all thoughts, man? Stay blessed.